I'm here with Andrew from Azena.
Azena is a platform for custom computer vision analytics.
Okay.
So we offer off-the-shelf solutions to existing problems, as well as custom solutions that we can pull from our network of developers to build a solution to a business problem or an operational problem that's not currently solvable.
Okay.
So we're standing here at our booth, and as one sort of example of that, one of the applications on our platform is fire and smoke detection, which is a fairly common problem, and there are some people solving that problem already.
Right.
But the interesting thing is, we've had several customers come to us seeing this application and asking, hey, that's great that it can detect fire or smoke, but I actually have a hyper-specific version of that related to fire that I need something built for. Can you do it?
More of a custom area instead of off the shelf, because you ask a big manufacturer to do something like that, it's going to take forever. Where these guys are developers, that's all they do is software development and apps. So you can talk with them one-on-one through you, and they can basically set it up and get it for your needs.
Exactly. And a great example of that is one specific customer, well, several customers now, within the oil and gas space specifically, we're looking to have this problem solved. So like we were talking about, we have a fire and smoke app. Could it also look at a flare, which in their specific use case is related to environmental regulation compliance. So very costly problem, a very manual, labor-intensive problem, and now this is fully automated. So the other interesting thing about Azena is all of these analytics run at the edge. And so we can not only interface with your existing VMS, but we can also send data to cloud services, wherever you need that data to go, so an action can be taken.
Gotcha.
So we're actually solving a complex business problem, and it's more than just a traditional security use case.
So before, you had to have a person basically out there either watching a monitor or physically watching that flame.
Exactly.
And if they weren't and it wasn't doing something properly, they were getting fines of big dollars.
Yes.
Okay.
Tens of thousands of dollars per site, and there are thousands of these sites all over the place.
Okay. No. And I know you said, any camera, but we do have to be, I guess, a little particular. There are cameras specifically built by different manufacturers that can load these third-party apps. They have the additional memory and processing and stuff like that. So again, we just need to make sure you got the right camera. So if they have an old camera that's in place now, they probably will have to replace it with a newer camera that is able to load that third-party app. Sort of like your iPhone, your Android, got to make sure you have the memory and the processing to be able to do it. Okay.
Right, and specifically within the Bosch family, it's the Intiox line of cameras that are the Azena compliant offering that we have today.
Gotcha. What are some other solutions that you have come up with or customers have asked for?
Sure. So the thing I would encourage folks to do is really take a look through our application store, because the folks from the oil and gas space who we solved that problem for, that was what piqued their interest. Hey, they were surfing through our store, they found that fire detection app and said, hey, can we tweak this?
Wow.
So we have, as you can see, over 100 different ready-to-go solutions today. Take a look through, see what might be interesting, and if it works for you right off the shelf, awesome. But if it doesn't, these developers are more than willing to make modifications. And to your point earlier about the long turnaround time, with Azena, that actual use case for flare detection took about 2 to 3 months.
Wow.
So very short turnaround time.
Yeah.
And don't get too hung up on the oil and gas use case either. That fire app has actually spawned another offshoot for forest fire detection now. And it's actually a standalone app curated for the west coast of the U.S., solving the problem of, can we find these forest fires before they get out of control?
Gotcha. Okay. And I did see, earlier this year, I think there was only 90-some apps. Now all of a sudden you're already up to 110. So it is growing, the use cases and the solutions.
Exactly, yep. And to your point, like one of our developers just came on with a gun detection app, so there's constantly new folks coming into the ecosystem that view us as the future, and they want to be part of it, be an early adopter.
Now, if a customer is, hey, gun detection or flame detection or LPR, I want to try it. What would they need to do to be able to just at least try it, to show it maybe to their end user or consultant or whoever?
Sure, great question. So we try to make it as easy as possible. So every single application comes with a 30-day free trial.
Okay.
And within our portal, it's very easy to request an extension. So if you say, hey, I need it for 90 days, you click a button, and within usually a day or so, you'll get approval to extend it as long as you need it to be extended for.
Wonderful, because I think because this is, again, getting a little bit more not just off the shelf, but we need to test it. We need to make sure it's going to work. It's going to fit our use case. Right. And if not, then I got to get with the developer and, hey, make some modifications to it. But some of the items that I know I'm hearing from the field are, we're not just talking one or two, we're talking thousands of applications now, because it's saving big dollars, it's saving fines, it's saving manpower, it's saving labor. And I guess if you can dream it up or think about it, or you have that problem, there's a solution out there that's going to fit it. Now, again, with video, we got to make sure we have the right field of view, we have the right pixels, lighting, things like that. But these apps are very simple and easy, like you say, to load on and try at least, and get everyone's approval before you go down that path.
Yeah, and the installation process is a couple of seconds, very similar to the idea of putting an app on a smartphone. So pretty plug and play from that perspective.
Great.
So we try to make it as easy as possible, and we have a dedicated US team to ensure that folks are successful with getting in touch with developers, getting in touch with manufacturers, basically bringing all these pieces together so no one's left hanging with these solutions.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, it sounds great. Can't wait to see for the next applications.
Thanks, Tom. Good talking with you.